Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared. That's Carl. And this is Weapon X, Wolverine Weapon X by Barry Windsor-Smith. I've always heard about this book in my many years of reading comics, and only recently have I got into Wolverine as a solo character. I've never really been big on X-Men. I've liked the X-Men as much as like people who grew up in the 90s watching the cartoon liked the X-Men. And, saw the movies, was there for the superhero movie renaissance that we are in today. But I've never been a big Wolverine guy. And kind of recently, I think what happened was just being home all the time, being on disability, I decided, you know what, I'm going to watch all the X-Men movies. And now at like this age in my life, I'm like, these movies really kick ass. I really like these movies. And so then, when a good comic book movie makes you want to go read the books, that's kind of what happened. So, I read Frank Miller, Chris Claremont, Wolverine. And now I read Weapon X. And Weapon X is... I don't know why this book is not talked about more. Like, this book is incredible. The Barry Windsor-Smith art is absolutely... It's just so good. It is so good. And the storytelling is insane. There is so much to look at. There's so much to digest visually, and even it took me a while to realize the different colored word balloons were different characters. I mean, I did know they were different characters, but it took me a long time to realize which character was what, not word balloon, but captions. And by the time I got to it made me go, I should probably reread this now. That's kind of where it got. Once I realized, because I was like halfway through the book. But this book is insane. There's just, like I said, I don't know why people don't talk more about this book, and why I don't know if it's referenced a lot in X-Men books, but I feel like this is like the pinnacle of like Wolverine stories. And it made me feel like really bad for Logan. Like, I always knew he was like an experiment, but I didn't know to the extent of it. And use this iconic panel, and just like, I didn't know how crazy this whole story was. And as it like progressed, like once we got into this part, like halfway, and he starts like killing all the guards and all the different scientists and professors and what have you are trying to like get away from him. And it becomes like this like monster, like not movie obviously, but like this like like a haunted house kind of story. And like this monster, who happens to be like the most popular member of the X-Men, is just out for blood. And it's crazy. And I kind of didn't like this ending, because like I'm like, oh hell yeah, he got him. But then he kind of like wakes up and he realizes like it's been a dream, or like part of it's been a dream, and the scientists and all them are actually hiding out somewhere else. So like, even though he killed all these characters already, they were still alive at the end. And it like it kind of felt a little anticlimactic. because like now he just gets him again, right? He cuts through the door and it says end. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess, yeah. And then we get this this like final bit here with him walking naked in the snow, and I was like, all right. And then that was it. But like that ending kind of like it annoyed me. But overall, the book was really good. And then we get these Barry Windsor-Smith like other stories from other times that like reference the old story. And this was cool. This X-Men issue, X-Men 205. This was cool. Barry Windsor-Smith again, but this is about the girl, right? The his girlfriend from the other book that I read, this one, right? And so I dug that, where she becomes like a cyborg and tries to get him, you know, tries to beat Wolverine for her family's honor. And it was cool. It was kind of reading these random issues of X-Men sometimes is like kind of weird because like there's a kid from the Power Pack. And then, yeah, a lot of cool covers here at the end. But man, just the initial story and like the monster house, like the haunted house monster story that is this book was just like chef's kiss. It was, you know, I've heard a lot of old timers talk about this book. When I say old timers, I'm talking like guys who are like 10 to 20 years older than me. I'm 40, so I guess they're old timers, you know, depending on who you ask. But I always hear those guys talk about this book, but I don't hear any like guys like my age or like younger ever talk about this book. And this book is freaking awesome. So if you haven't read it, go get it. Go get this book. It's to me, in my opinion, it needs to be talked about more. It is like probably like the Dark Knight Returns to Wolverine stories. And it's good, man. It's good. I don't even like Dark Knight Returns, but so it's kind of a bad analogy. But like it's on that level of like Dark Knight Returns, Watchmen. Like it's one of those books that like should be in that, like it probably is if there's like the 100 graphic novels you need to read in your lifetime before you die. This is one of them. This is one of them. So yeah, check this out. And thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.